Hello, good morning. Just had a hissy fit because my phone said I got poor wireless connection today, so hopefully I'm working. So I'm going to refresh my computer and see if I'm live. What's occurring? Am I there? Yes, I'm here. Hello, if anyone's watching. Is anybody there? There's 2 people there. I'm a little bit early. Hello. Hi, Claire. Mrs. Tosh is watching. Don't even go there with Mrs. Tosh. Mrs. Tosh is in Madeira. Probably sitting on her balcony with a nice glass of orange juice in my favourite hotel. So hello, Mrs. Tosh. Hello from the shed. Well, the sun is out again today. I don't know about you lot, but it's been blinking freezing here. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Margaret. Let's just move this down so I can see the comments on there rather than staring in the phone. Hi, Hilary. Hi, Pam. If I've missed you, apologies. Hi, Claire. Hi, Moy. Yeah, it is Moy. Hello from the shed. I've got lots of stuff. I've sold out of some stuff. I'm sorry, but I'm going to make more. Let's let everyone join in. How are you all doing today? As I say, the sun's just coming out. It was blinking freezing yesterday. We had a girls' trip to Mumbles yesterday. Me and Jess and Evie, because Dan and Tommy have gone up a Gogledd. So Borodar, everyone in a Gogledd, Shumai. They went up wild camping. They've got one of these VW vans. So Tommy and Dan are wild camping on the side of a mountain somewhere up in a Gogledd. Hi, Lynn. And then they went to do that treetop climbing thing at Zip World yesterday. So me and Jess and Evie went down Mumbles. If you don't know what Mumbles is, it's like posh Swansea by the sea. It's very lovely, lots of lovely shops. And there's like, if you've got a little girl, there's a hairdressing shop for kids. And you go upstairs and it's like a little girl's dream. It's just glitter and pink and fluffy and dressing up clothes and Frozen videos going. So Evie had her hair done and she had glitter all over her hair and all over her face and a Frozen Elsa tattoo on her arm in glitter. So yeah, she had a wonderful time, but it was blinking cold. We walked up the front, but it was one of those days it was so cold. There was no sun and it was freezing. Anyway, so I'm back in the shed now. So there's quite a few of you here. So if you were hoping to get the sewing roll, let me stand up and show you the sewing roll. I'll start off with this. The kits have sold out, but I'm going to do some more. I was just restricted by the amount of zips I had. And the word zip coming out my mouth is still hilarious to me because you know how I used to be zip phobic. So this is the inside of the sewing roll and you need 3 zips for it. So obviously, if I do 20 kits times 3 zips, it's quite a lot of zips. So I've ordered a load. I've asked Amazon to deliver some more zips tomorrow so I can do some more kits. So this is a sewing roll and it's much bigger than the other sewing rolls I've done. So I've made it so that the pockets, you can get one of my patterns. I put all my templates in here. So I've got Scrappy Patch templates and Crossroads templates and stuff in here. And you can it just fits. I've got pattern in there for something or other. Hi everybody who's saying hi. If I've missed you, what have I got in there? Hearts and flowers or something. Anyway, so the sewing roll comes with everything you need for it except for the wadding. So you need some H640 wadding for it, okay? So it's yarn dye, the fabrics for the pockets, and there's a mini charm pack. So the mini charm pack and the cream fabrics are all cut to 2.5-inch squares. Hi Rosemary, hi Janet. So they're ready cut for you. The only thing you've really got to cut is the red you'll have to cut. So there's a long quarter of red to do your zips and to do the little red bits in the front. There is a YouTube demo on how to do the block on the sewing roll because it's exactly the same as the table runner, which we'll come to in a minute. Anyway, so the kits have sold out. However, you can still get the pattern and you can get the mini charm packs, but I will be doing more kits, okay? So I found a stash of zips in my sewing room this morning. So I'll try and get some more done. Once I've done the post from this weekend, I'll try and do some more kits for you. So, okay, so that's the sewing roll. The size of the sewing roll, I think, is 25 inches by 13 inches, something like that. So each pocket is 6.5 by 12.5 wide. Okay, so it's much bigger than the old sewing roll. I don't know where I put that now. I probably packed it ready for the show. So that's that. The kits, when the kits come, you've got, all the kits will have different colour zips, so you won't, each kit will have different colour zips, because I can't buy hundreds of the same colour. It would cost me a fortune, so it's cheaper to buy like multicolour packs. So, and they will come obviously in an organza bag. Hi Marion, if I've missed anyone, which I probably have while I'm jabbering away, I apologise. There is no maths question today, however, there are 2 prizes, so anyone who orders will go into the pot. And I got some new fabric in this week, and some lucky person will win this pack. And this is 8 fat quarters of this very pretty fabric, which if I sit down you can just about see me, it's up there behind me. So it's this, and I'll show you what I've made with it in a minute. I put a picture on the website, on the Facebook page yesterday. So there's those very pretty Moda fabrics, and then there'll be a runner-up prize, so it'd be like a scrap bag of what is left over of what I've made with it. So it's very pretty fabric, very summery, which I needed yesterday. So this is what I've made. So that pack of fat quarters will make that, and you'll have some left over. So I finished making this yesterday when I got back from Girls' Day. So it's basic grey fabric, so that's grunge fabric on the back, and it probably doesn't come over very well on the camera, but it's like yellow, but it's got hints of pink in it. It's very pretty. And I've used the octaflowers, so the 1.5 inch octaflowers I used to make that. Shirley, if you're watching, is just one piece of fabric folded over and raw edge zigzagged or buttonhole stitched around it. So no, I didn't fold it under while I was sewing it. Okay. I decided I was going to be a good girl, and I was going to put the squares in the middle rather than just putting the octaflowers on top of the fabric. So what I did was I fussy cut these obviously, and then I used then they're 1.5 inch squares in the middle, and then I've put them on top of the cream grunge, and then I've put a board around the edge. So what I did was I cut a square of cream grunge, and then I added the borders on, and then I fused them to heat and bond before I put the octaflowers on top. I'm completely deviating of what I'm supposed to be talking about today, but anyway, this is coming soon. It's not about, obviously you can get the octaflower templates. The fabrics aren't on the website yet, but some lucky person is going to win. Hi Abby. Some lucky person is going to win a whole pack of fat quarters of this lovely fabric. So we've done the sewing roll. If you just joined in, what time are we on? Right, I've done the sewing roll. If you're only just joining in, there's the sewing roll. We've sold out of kits, but I'll be making some more, so keep an eye out on the website, or I'll let you know when I've done more. Okay. Right, let's have a slurp of Three Amigos coffee. Next, right, the Tilda packs for these. So all I've done is I put 1 metre each of the pink and the blue, and 1/2 metre of this pretty fabric that I've used for the binding. It's up to you to sort out what cream you want to use, because once I've made it, I wished I'd done a more sort of like a flowery tone-on-tone cream for the edge, rather than this. This is the Macawa linen texture cream that I use a lot of. But I wish I'd done something maybe a bit more creamy, tone-on-tone print for that. And then there's the other quilt behind me. So what you can have is, there is a pattern on its own, which is on the pattern page, cross patch pattern page. That tells you how to make it. There's a YouTube demo on the table runner. So the one of this runner, which shows you how to make it. It's really easy. It's just made up of these. This is a block, this bit here. And then you just make as many blocks as you want your table, as long as you want your table runner to be. So this is sort of coffee table size, and then you just add on a 1.5 inch border and a 2.5 inch border afterwards. Okay, so that's that. I haven't done a demo on this one, but they're just made up of half square triangles, so they're not difficult to make at all. So in your pack, let's find a pack. Where have I put it? Here's one. In your pack, you will get the instructions. You've got 1 metre of the pink, 1 metre of the blue, and 1/2 metre of the pretty one that I used for the binding. So basically, what was the cost of that? The cost of the pack is, oh, who knows. Anyway, it's on the sale page of the website. Basically, you get 1/2 metre. The discounted price means you're getting the pattern and the 1/2 metre free. Not sure if my signal's going to hold. Okay. Abby said she's not sure if her signal's going to hold. She's out and about. Hang on, what did she say? I'll keep rabbiting on if her signal's not going to hold. Can you message me, Abby, and let me know? Anyway, so that's the Tilda fabric pack. So basically you're getting 1 metre of the pink, 1 metre of the blue, 1/2 metre of the little flowery, and the destructions. So what you're paying for, you're basically getting the destructions and the 1/2 metre come free. So you buy the 2 metres and you get them free. So you buy 2, you get 1 free and a pattern. Okay, so that's that. So that is the runner and the square mat, which you can see behind me. I'm just looking at everyone. Hope you've got some savings. I haven't got any savings. Right, what should we do next? Let's go on to, oh, I'll show you how far I've got with the sewing room pattern. Okay, so the sewing room stitchery, that's as far as I've managed to stitch so far with mine. If you look at the stitchery, there is a gap between the hearts in there. And the whole point of the gap there is that you put your initials in there, or you can put the date in there, you can put whatever you want in there. So rather than write something in there, I thought it'd be better to leave it blank and then you can put what you want in it, okay? So that's that. So that's getting there. I haven't got a huge amount of these left. However, I messaged Imogen in a panic on yesterday and said, Imogen, can you do me some more? So she's printing some more, hopefully next week for me. So if you get to the website and they're sold out, there's more coming, okay? What threads did I use? Oh yeah, the thread. Let's get the other one. Let's get the chicken. Where are you? Come here, Mr. Chuck. The rooster tail is on its way from Canada, and I've sold out, but I've ordered another 40 balls of rooster tail. So obviously you can get the Stitchery panel, you can stitch it in whatever you want, but I've just stitched it in the one Valdani thread, which I'm also using in that sewing room panel. But they are on the way from Canada. But the way it works is it'll go to customs. It's supposed to arrive in this country on Tuesday. It's supposed to arrive in this country on Tuesday, but customs will hang on to it and decide how much tax they want to charge me before they tell me they've got it, and then I've got to pay the tax and blah de blah de blah. So it'll probably be when I'm away. Okay, so that's that. What else have I made? Oh, I showed you last time I was making this. So I've stitched that with my Pretty Pastels Aurifil fabric pack, and the sheep is all French knots, and I've used them. If you've got the Valdani set, it's that cream in that set I got on purpose because I always have sheep in my stitcheries, and I do like a French knot sheep. So that's the little spring heart. Okay, next we've got a layer cake. Now, when I looked online for this layer cake, the cheapest I could find it at is £47.70 just for the layer cake. So the layer cake for this is, now I did write this down somewhere, layer cakes. So it's £42, but you get the pattern in it as well to make this quilt. So I haven't had a chance to even think about quilting it yet. So this is Lydia's lace. It's very beautiful. So you can get just the layer cake on its own with the brief instructions on how I put it together. Or you can get the layer cake. Let's hang it up. Where's my pins gone? Why is it? There's pins everywhere, and when you need them, you can't find them. Try and pin him up here so you can see him. Hang on. Let me get the pack. I'll show you the fabric pack first, and then we'll pin it up. Right. So this is the layer cake. Get it out here. Oh, Abby's obviously got signal because she's commenting now. So, Lydia's lace. So this is the layer cake, and then there's brief instructions with it on how you can put it together into a quilt. Okay, how I made it, and I made it using the Crossroads template. And all you do is get 2 contrasting squares. It's just a snowball, but if you've got this, it's another use for your Crossroads template. Get 2 contrasting squares, and you place this on the corner and just cut round them. But it will show you in the instructions, and I do intend on doing a brief tube demo. If you want the pack that's got all the fabric in, so let's open one of these. So this is Lydia's lace fabric. This is going to be my binding for my quilt. So I want to quilt it on the cutie frame, but I just haven't had the chance this week to do it. I haven't stopped. So you will get, in the other pack, you'll get the layer cake, and you'll get all the fabric if you want to add the borders and the binding on it. So it's all matching. So these are Lydia's lace fabrics, and the brown is a French General brown. Will the spring heart be a kit? No, because it's just the panel, and then you just pick a pretty fabric to go on the back. All you need is the panel is available on its own on the Stitchery page. You choose your whatever fabrics threads you want to stitch it in, and whatever fabric you want to put on the back. So I put little pretty Dutch heritage on the back. If you're coming to Newton Abbot, it'll be there. These fabrics will be there. The panel will be there. So, and all the threads will be there. So that's that. Now I need to slurp a coffee and catch up on comments now. Oh, great, Janet. Janet's been using her Valdani threads. They are lush. I worked out what the price of those should be now, because the exchange rate is so rubbish now to US dollars. I charge $6.50 a ball. By the time I've had on the customs charge and the shipping and all blah-de-blah, they should now be £7. What did I work it out? £7.7 a ball or something. Anyway, I'm not changing the price, so there we are. Right, where are we? So what else have we got there? So let's say, so the layer cake kits should be £74, those layer cake kits, and they're 54. So if you want to make a beautiful quilt, I was going to pin it up, wasn't I? Let's find a pin and pin it back up. Talk amongst yourselves. So let's pin it back up so you can see it. Very pretty oh yeah, and there's enough. So this is a good size quilt, and there's enough. I forgot I made a cushion. So in that Lydia's lace one, there's a couple of like check fabrics, and I thought if I put them in the quilt, they're going to stick out like a sore thumb. So I've just made a quick cushion with mine, and I thought it would look nice on top of my quilt when I eventually quilt it. Okay, any questions? I'm sorry I'm late. I was looking on your website. Right, should we do a catch up? Let's have another slurp of coffee and do a catch up, because we've got 10 minutes. So, any questions, any news, people? Right, let's start from the beginning. Should we catch up? So for those of you who are joining me late, the Valdani threads may cost more, but they're wonderful. Yes, they don't actually, if you work it out, because there's 100, I think there's 100 meters on these. If you work out the cost, it works out exactly the same as your bog standard DMC or anything. It's just that there's so much on the ball. That's the cost it works out at us. So it's actually not, when you work it out, that expensive. It's just the initial outlay. I missed someone's question there. How do you sell the measuring tape? I don't actually normally sell it, but if you want some, Francis, I was going to message you, just send me an email and I can send you some if I've got any spare. I need to get these sewing roll kits made up again. So, must go in a minute for a walk. Yes, I'm sure you're going to have a lovely walk in the sun, Mrs. Tosh. So the elf is in Madeira, if anyone didn't know. Lucky her. Not that I'm not jealous at all. Not at all. Sewing roll kits are sold out, but I'm going to do some more, okay? They're easy to make. You've got ready cut fabrics in there. The cream and the flowers are already cut. You've just got to cut the squares for the red, okay? And the yarn. So this is yarn dye. It's not linen, so it's a lot softer than linen. And then there's yarn dye inside, and these are this is Dutch Heritage fabric. So I've just got another bolt of this Dutch Heritage down in the shed, ready to make some more kits for you. Okay, so you'll get everything in the kits when they're available again. Everything except for the wadding is in the kits, okay? And I was showing everyone the new fabric that's just arrived. So somebody who orders today is going to win this. Well, not today. Anyone who's ordered over the weekend, okay? So by tomorrow morning. Thank you, Sue. Sun is trying to peek through. Yeah, it was dark as anything first thing and drizzly, but it's now the sun's coming out. Some lucky person will win this lovely summery fabric. We need some sun, don't we? The daffodils are just about coming out in my front garden. So somebody's going to win this, and then a runner-up will get a scrap bag of it left over from what I was making with it. Okay, so if you randomly find that in your parcel, that's because you were the lucky person to win it. And this is what I made with it. So it took me a couple of days to do this because I started doing these octaflowers. So I used my octaflower template, so the 1.5 inch one, to make these. And I fussy cut round the circular fabric. And then I've put them on. So there's 8 fat quarters in the pack, and I used every single one except for there's another colour variation of this one, which is a yellowy colour. Which I didn't use, obviously, because I've used the creamy one in there. But that's the octaflower templates. I just fussy cut. I just took my octaflower template, and where are they? You can't see-through templates, can you? There we go. I used that. Just put it on the back there, you might be able to see it. I put that on top of the fabric, and I drew round the flower. I drew round with a pen round these. I put it on top of the fabric, drew round with a pen, and then just draw a line between each petal to get an octagon shape, and then fuse it to some wadding. And then I just fold it again, drew round onto the pink grunge with the flower, and it's just raw edge folded over, but I've done buttonhole stitch so that it doesn't fray. What is the name of the fabric again, please? The flower one. What O to flower one? I don't know what you're talking about, Sue. This is basic grey fabric. So I'm not sure what fabric you're talking about, Sue. Will it be on the website as a kit? It will be when I've cut it, and I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to cut it. I'm going to try and cut it this week, this fabric. So I'll do fat quarter packs of this. So there's 8. I've got 8 different fat quarters. So I'll do 8 fat quarters, and it'll probably be I'll do it for the next Facebook Live, okay? So anyway, that's using octaflowers. You don't have to put the little squares in. I could have just appliqued these flowers onto that fabric, and it would have exactly the same effect without having to put the squares in. But I was sort of making it up as I went along. I wasn't sure what I was making. So that was that. There's still, what else is still left? This is the sewing room. It's not finished yet. It's half done. If you came in late, the gap in there is on purpose so that you can put your initials in, okay? Where's Mr. Cockerel? So Mr. Cockadoodle-Doo is still available, and I've used the pretty mini charm to go around that. So the jumbo one that I used with the hearts quilt, I've used to go around that. So it's the one that's in the kit. If you had the hearts quilt kit, which is that. It's the same fabric as I used on that. The rooster tail thread, as I said, is coming from Canada this week, hopefully. Do you have a stitch guide for Stitchery? Every Stitchery panel has a brief stitch guide with it. Hang on, I can grab one and show you. Oh, she says falling over everything in the shed. So every Stitchery panel comes with one of those. So those are just the basic stitches. If you're stuck, ask Tube. YouTube is wonderful for all sorts of things. Washing machine went wrong the other day and I just asked Tube and it tells me how to fix it. Do you have any other questions? Okay, so what else is left? So Lydia's lace. As I said, I looked on the website. I keep saying as I said. I asked Google the other day about Lydia's lace layer cakes, and I think most of them about £52. You're paying £42 for a layer cake, and you're getting the distractions with it as well. So you're saving £10. If you get the big kit with all the fabric to do the borders and the binding of this quilt, you're saving about £20, and it's very pretty fabric. Betsy Chuchin. I have ordered 2 separate kits. Is it possible to combine? Well, yeah, I'll try. I tend to go through, I've already started packing stuff. I think I've packed a good 12 orders already, so this morning. So I just go through my phone strictly one at a time. And I do try and combine them if I can, but it might not make the postage much cheaper. Because it goes on if the weight goes over 1 kilo or something. Anyway, that's by the by. So we've got a couple of minutes left. Excuse me, I've got a runny nose now. Shall I show you I'll show you the table runner again and the Tilda fabrics. Forgot about that. If you go on my YouTube channel, you will see there is a demo on how to do this. It's just made up of half square triangles and a block at a time. Really easy block. So if I pull that like that, let's fold that over. Like so, then you can see that is it's made up of that block. So if I hold it by the camera, you can see all it is half square triangles just arranged in that way. So it's really simple to make. The fabric packs, you've got 2.5 meters of Tilda and the pattern, which means you're getting the pattern and the ½ meter which I've used in the binding free. So you buy 2 meters and you get ½ meter free. Any more questions? Thank you, Marion. Yeah, so if you go to YouTube, it'll tell you how to do those, and it will also, that block is exactly the same block as is in the sewing roll. So that little block in the middle is exactly the same. I've seen this yeah, I've seen it in Christmas fabrics. It'll be good at Christmas, won't it? So we've got a couple of minutes left. Catch up with some news, retreat news. Andy will tell you officially, but I think last heard there was about 7 places left, I think, max, but I've lost track. If you're local and you want to come for the day, I think there might be a couple of places on the Tuesday and Thursday if you want to come along for a day jolly, and I can't remember how much it is. Andy will tell you. What were we charging for the day? I think it's about 50 for the day, but I did see someone else advertising a day retreat and it was like £250 for the day. So ours is certainly not £250 a day. Anyway, so if you're interested in the retreat, message any of us. But Andy is the chief of numbers and costs. He's got spreadsheets and things, which we haven't got. There is no maths question today because my brain's been addled this week. So there's just freebies for those who've put orders in. So again, somebody, you're very lucky, is going to win that. And the runner-up will get the scrap bag. And let's refresh. I think hopefully Abby's out and about somewhere. I don't know where she is, but she's going live. She's live from the van and I'm live from the shed. So, oh yeah, she's there. So I'm going to pass you over to Abby. I'll let you know when I've done more kits of the sewing roll. So thank you for watching and joining us. £50 a day, only lunch, tea and coffee. Only 6 places left, okay? So, yeah, there's only 6 places left. You can message any of us. It's probably best if you go to Andy direct, because if you want to come on the Sunday night and stay as well, Andy can sort that out for you, okay? So thanks ever so much for watching. Have a lovely Sunday. And next time you see us, we'll be at Newton Abbot, okay? So, live from the show. So I'm handing over to Abby now, okay? Bye!